Hello. Welcome. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Oh, short notice. I'll go ahead and say, ignore the crunching in the background. My dog is eating dinner right next to me, and he's a loud puppy. So if you just hear snorting and coughing, it's my old man dog. So he's also been trying to get up all in my... He's almost stepped on my laptop, so... Hello, everyone. Hello. Greetings. Hello. Okay. I'm very socially awkward. Good to know. Let me know if you can't hear me. I had some technical difficulties again. What else is new? But I figured it out. I did it in the jankiest way possible. For some reason, my tablet won't connect to my laptop. So I had to connect my tablet to my TV and then screen record my TV from my laptop. So, not very intuitive. Yes, welcome to the drawing stream. I never stream my drawing, despite being an art channel, typically. I tend to just play Epic Mickey and only play Epic Mickey. But you know what? That's life. So, but now I'm coloring, so everyone gets to see me color and hopefully ward off my dog from stepping on my stuff. Bubba, I know you just ate, but could you schmack a little quieter? Bubba, don't. Alright, so here's the Chamber of Secrets, and I'm working on this one today. A picture from my, a little art I'm doing, just for kicks and giggles. This was more just to take a break from art fight stuff, because I was knee-deep in art fight stuff. And, oh good. I need my dog to not stay so close. And so this is just a little break, little relaxation, yeah. Glad the gang's all here. I see Basil, Sunny, Minnie, so all the, now my dog's right next to me. Hello, hello, hello. Masterpieces. That's a bold claim. That's a bold claim. I'll be honest. If my dog would stop licking right next to me! Oh, puppy, please! I love you, but please. No, that's opposite direction. Anyway, guys! Hee hee hee. Oh, banana juice is here. The gang is here. Yes, yes. This is hanging out while I draw, so I'll try and, you know, stay aware of the chat, and not get distracted with my dog, who is all up in my schwizzy right now. Oh my god. Anyway. Alrighty. This is what I'm working on right now. It's just for kicks and giggles. I think I already said that. I'm gonna say it again. I just dropped my pen. I'm literally laying on the floor. That's why my dog's all over my space right now. Oh, stop. Stop the masterpieces. They're just little pieces. They're just goofy guys. But I've done, so this is from my game that I made. And, so, yes. It's from a game. And, right now, I've done MK, Flora, and Darby down there in the corner. Puppy, please stop! Puppy! No! Anyway, haha. The MK, and then the Flora, and then the Darbies, and now I'm doing on the Jack. That's what I'm doing. I do work on Jack now. Yippee! Please talk. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be an all-night thing, isn't it? Whatcha? I didn't just hit my dog. I gave him a pat on the head. Okay, let's get started. So usually when I do full rendering and stuff like that, I have a little tab of like my favorite brushes that I use. It's labeled Rayolette because it used to be like the brush packet I used for Rayolette, but now I just use it for everyone and everything. So if you lick this napkin, dog, no, don't do it. Anyway, so this is the pen pack I use for basically everything. Just has all my favorite brushes. Has my little logo brush in there. This is my magic rainbow brush everyone always talks about. And by everyone, I mean, I think just me. But that's okay. So slay. Lineless art for the first time? Yes, I support it. That's what I'm doing right now. I actually only, within the last year or two, taught myself lineless art, especially rendered style like this. And, he is trying to steal the whole show. My dog wants to be local treehouse so bad. Hey, I don't even have that many followers. Anyway, so, yes, silly brush. But so I started doing lineless art in this rendering style a little while ago just because I wanted to give it a shot, and I had to do it a couple times for class. So kind of took the stuff I learned in class for my art school and then started drawing cartoons. You know what? And my teachers didn't like it, but they can suck it. So, let's see. I tend to keep my eraser on. I'm also wearing a big sweatshirt right now, so I'm like drowning in this. So I usually am really bad with layers, and I usually put all the flat colors on one layer. We didn't do that with this picture because I said be nice to myself. I said be kind. Realized I don't have at least 20K. You know what? Sometimes I wake up and I ask myself the same question. And by that I mean I'm kidding. I'm thankful I have 2K. I love all 2K plus of you. And y'all mean the world to me. So my dog's name is Teddy. I'm sorry if that came out a little quickly and sounded a little different. I apologize. His name is Theodore Graham. Like Teddy Graham, except we don't call him Teddy Graham. I usually just call him Shmooby. Shmubs. Is that right, Shmubs? Yeah, he's all up in my hizzy again. Oh my god. Lineless art with the epic Mickey watercolor style is so amazing. Yes, I agree. I haven't like attempted to recreate that style yet, but one day I'll have the guts to do so. Oh gosh, I came in unprepared. I was working on a different picture before I got here, so all my colors are messed up. All right. And I have palettes of all my characters specifically from my game. Not of all the characters that I have, that would be insane. But when I was doing my game and I was having to draw pictures of them really quickly, keeping little palettes down here was so useful. And so I think right now I'm just gonna do flat colors of everything. So I'm gonna make a separate layer, bird hair. Like I said, I usually do everything on one layer, but I do that when I could do them all on separate layers. Another thing I don't usually do is use the lasso tool like I'm doing right now. I usually will just do the fill tool, but I find sometimes I just decide to use the lasso tool. I have literally no rhyme or reason. Usually if I'm doing lineless art like this, I'll do the lasso tool just because I don't have to create the line art for it, but usually I'm just I have a really not steady hand, despite being a digital artist, which I feel like you kind of need a steady hand for, or just being an artist in general. I have a very, I don't got a steady hand. So, usually when I do the lasso tool, there's like so much cleanup afterwards, and lazy and don't like doing the cleanup part. Rats. Ugh. That push was getting in the way of my vibes. That part's my vibes. Also, if you guys can't hear me, let me know. I'm literally talking, like, my microphone is the microphone attached to my laptop because I am not official about this at all, so, and I've noticed going back and, like, looking at my old streams that, I am a little quiet, so I try to talk loud when I'm streaming. But I'm also really bad at it. So, but we'll see right now. Right now I'm just cleaning up my lasso tool, and I have my favorite brush to use for rendering is Eagle Hawk. It just straight up comes with Procreate. It literally is like I think it is. Yeah, it's like a baseline brush. Literally my favorite. I don't know why. It acts the most like I want a rendering brush to act like. So, yes. Oh, Ginger Snap is in the chat. Welcome, friend. We're just coloring right now. So yeah, sometimes I'll get distracted and I'll do, I'll do baseline. I'll do base colors first, and then I'll do rendering, or sometimes I'll do rendering and then I'll do, I don't know. It just, because like when I did MK over here, I think I just did his entire head first, and then I was like, okay, now let me go do the entirety of his dumb sweater. So, Tomodachi Life mentioned, true! This is not a Tomodachi Life exclusive playlist, but there's a lot of Tomodachi Life on here. I am such a fiend for Tomodachi Life. Y'all got no clue. Tomodachi Life for Switch. Please give me what I want. Give me what we all want. Anyway. Let's see. I'm giving him some flyaway hair. It's not too much. His hair's pretty crinkly, crunchy. Also, because I'm drawing a little silly little picture of my game, if you guys have any game questions, I know it's been a little while since it came out, so the hype's kind of gone, but like, still free to play on itch.io. So maybe go check it out, support small artists. Yeah, so anyway, I did forget what this guy was. This pink jacket. Yeah, I guess. So the issue that I have, that I was a mistake. I made the mistake of, so like, I'll basically when I shade, I have, I will have like a base color, I'll have a lighter color, and then like a shadow color. So highlight color and then a shadow color. But in which way that I like pattern them, it differs religiously. So I just kind of have to figure out every single time. Plot of the game. So the plot of the game technically is, it's super simple. It's like literally you can play it in 10 minutes. I did it for a showcase project, so little recap, I suppose. I did it, so it had to be. It was short. I had to do it in one semester. So basically, for I created a game based specifically on my college experience, which was not amazing oftentimes, which is fine, but you know, we had our bumps in the road, and oh, actually, just kidding. So technically it's about a lot of my college experience, but it's also about just like living daily life through the eyes of someone who struggles with depression, and how daily life can look for somebody who struggles with depression and things like that. So, but a lot of it is like friendship stuff and like growing up stuff. It's so hard to like put into words. I can't even tell. But program I made it on a variety of programs. I programmed everything in I mostly programmed everything in RPG Maker, which I can't say is the best program I ever used. I just can't say that. But, you know, I knew how to use it, and I got the job done. Somebody is saying my mic is off, and if y'all can't hear me, I'm gonna need more people to speak up. Because I can't hear me. Well, I can't tell I can't hear me. Because I'm the one talking. I'm yapping. I yap so much. I can't tell if I'm heard. Anyway. I'm just gonna keep yapping. See what happens. Oh good. I got focused. So going back to the game, I mostly did it in RPG Maker. And then I did all the art here in Procreate, including all of the pixel art and like sprites and stuff, all the sprite work. All the backgrounds I did in Procreate as well. And but then I put together all of the was told the music was too loud. Music has been turned down. No more Super Smash Bros. Pause music. Just yokel yap house. That's me. That's God. Okay. I clipped all the cutscenes together in CapCut, which was free. So basically everything I used was initially? Well, that's not true, because RPG Maker was $10. Wait, no, it wasn't. Okay, I had issues when I first was doing the game, because what ended up happening is that I was using a version of RPG Maker that was too old to run on my Mac. Oh, I'm good. Okay. I mean, sorry. I'm glad the music can not drown me out anymore, and local Yap House can. That's okay, friend. What matters to me is that it's working now, and you can hear me out. So, let's see. So I started working on the game in RPG Maker MV, sorry. And it was the version I already owned. It was the version I already knew how to use. So it was kind of just like familiar to me, so I kind of didn't want to like, I don't know, rock the boat and use some different version that I like had to know how to use in like a couple of like weeks. So I just chose to do it in that one and then deal with the consequences if it was a little bit outdate, and then little did I know, it being a little bit outdate, would ruin my progress, and eventually I couldn't open the program without it crashing every time I put, like, a game event in there, which is, like, the whole part of a game is to put stuff in it, so I couldn't put stuff in it. Which, you know, I guess was an issue. So I ended up, I somehow timed it to where I hit the Steam sale. I got this all on Steam. I hit the sale on Steam. I think it was like a spring, I think it was like a spring sale. And, the RPG Maker MZ, which is the most updated version of RPG Maker, was half off. And I remember literally, like, so mad about just the fact that I couldn't get this thing to work. And I was so nervous. Like, I had a backup plan. My backup plan was that basically I was going to do all the concept art and then just present the concept art in my senior showcase. But I really, really wanted to show up my teachers and be like, hey guys, I made a whole video game and you guys have to watch it. And I didn't just flake out. And this wasn't just a zany idea. I actually went through with it. And so, it kind of meant a lot to me that I got this done. And I mean, gosh, that was like a god thing when the sale went on, which sounds kind of silly, but like oh god, I was so mad about the fact that I couldn't get it to work out because I had just so much writing on it, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna drop. It was still like $40. Like, it was still $40. I just was like, I'm just drop the $40 and get the program, because even if I don't get the game done on time for my showcase, I can still finish the game after my showcase, which was the idea. So I forked over the money and I got RPG Maker MZ, and I had like no other issues, and it was a little stupid, but I did it, so, and then, yeah, I made the game, haha, silly, so, and then, now, we are where we are today. I'm a little nervous to do his hair, because that's a lot of hair, and, yep, it's a lot of hair. Don't get mad, I usually would do a clipping mask, but for this piece in particular, because it's not super, like, I don't know, official, it's just, like, for fun, I'm a little bit more lenient with how I'm going about this. But in my opinion, you should always have everything on separate layers. Don't put things on the same layers. Don't do what I do. Just, oh god. See, that's why you do it that way. Man, I ate my own words a little bit too quickly for my own comfort. Guess I could just use this color. So the goal for this picture is that I want to do them all in this, like, basically everything in this nice painting rendered style, but then when I go in and do the girl, it'll be this, like, super jarring, like, lined, weird style. I don't know. I'm kind of making stuff up as I go, and that's what it's all about, so. So I'm doing the skin right now. So I'll start with a lot of like light shading, a lot of big brush, big swoops. I'm just kind of getting the lightest part of shading. I usually go from light to dark, because my brain can't process anything else. So. Ooh, did a very detailed curly hair. That's amazing. I wish I'm really bad at curly hair. I'm actually worse at hair in general. That's just how it is. I think because I started developing a bit of a new style recently, except it was during the era in which I was only drawing, like, Epic Mickey characters and, like, these guys who only 2 of them really have hair. So I kind of, like, didn't adapt hair into my new art style that I was kind of coming upon. So I kind of dug myself into a hole with that one, but, in a hole nonetheless, and I'm sad about it. Get me out of this hole. I've been here for a long time. So now, I don't like shading in green, but... Ooh, actually, I wonder if I'd shade in purple. I know that's kind of, like, going in the opposite direction that I was kind of going into. But yeah, I like this better. Well, it's a little desaturated. You can't tell. I'll just go full purple. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I think I'm just gonna keep going into the greens. Something a little desaturated. Yeah, that works. It's not my favorite, but it looks better than the purple. I don't pay attention to color theory. So a lot of times I will just pick a direction right next to the color that I just... For light, I go one direction. For shadows, I go the other. And you know, I haven't been shot down yet. So, but we'll see what the US government thinks of me soon enough. A whole lot of shadows on his nose because she has a cake right here with candles in it, and that's kind of like where my light source is, so I don't want to get too crazy. Oh, except I didn't shade this down here actually at all, so that's cool. So let me just... Thank you, Ginger Snap. That means the world to me. People are so nice, and sometimes I don't know how to take compliments because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's my autism. Maybe it's because I'm dumb. But I do always appreciate it, though. I do always. You guys don't know this, but when I get them, I kick my little feet and I go squeak, and I think about it the rest of the day. I tell all my friends. So, but I'm just letting you guys know that that's what happens behind the scenes. A little bit of local insider details right there. So. Oh, guys, this song is from Nintendogs, and I'm gonna need everyone to tell me what their first dog in Nintendogs was, because I'm expecting everyone to have played Nintendogs. Because if you didn't play Nintendogs, I don't know how you made it to YouTube in this day and age. That's a joke, I'm being silly, but also you should go play Nintendogs. I don't even know what my first dog was in Nintendog. I think it was a pug. It was a pug named Coco. She lived forever. Well, Coca. I didn't know how to spell at the time. But no, they can't all be winners. She was perfect. And by perfect, I mean I didn't really take care of a whole lot, but she was there. She got me through a lot, and I think as a kid I didn't like her. I'll be totally honest. I think I straight up was not a fan of her when I was a child. I don't know why. She didn't do anything wrong. She's living her life. So now I'm going in here with the highlights. A lot of my methods for picking highlights for these characters was a little bit, you know what? That's okay. I encourage you, you can always go back and play it. Nintendogs, that is. I always encourage that. But, you know, no pressure, I guess. No pressure, but you could always experience the joys that is owning a dog that isn't real. So, instead of Schmubby Dubbies, who's now he's just snoozing. I put a bunch of blankets on the ground to lay on when I did my little stream, but he took that over, and now he took all of my blankets, so I hope you're happy, Bubs. I did make Teddy in the Sims, though. I played the Sims a little bit too much, and I have a little dog in the Sims for him. Yeah, I kind of have no rhyme or reason to it. I just kind of like throw shadows where I think that they would look good, and then that feels fine to me. Oh god. Usually just like if it looks right to you, look right to other people. That's my theory. I've also noticed that if you like take a little bit of time to just like be like, huh, there tends to be a little bit of light here, like when I smile, instead of being like, oh, that's too small of a detail no one's gonna notice. Just throw it in there, homie. Throw in the details no one's gonna notice. I mean, I think that one's kind of a given, but like, do it anyway, you know? Just cheat the system, live your own life. Use the right. Yeah, I picked some weird shading colors for this because the purpose was for it to be pretty dissonant with in the game. It's supposed to be super colorful, super jarring, super almost hard on the eyes. So now coloring them a little bit more in like a controlled environment, it's a little crazy actually. It is a little manic. That sounds something. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Wow. I think I did that enough, did I? Nope, not even a little bit. Have I played Zenless Zone Zero? I have actually. I've started. I started recently. Sounds like a sin. I couldn't really get into it, but I also didn't give it much of a fighting chance. So I plan on going back to it, but I gotta be honest, as soon as I started playing it, all I could think of was how much it made me miss playing Wuthering Waves. So then I got back into Wuthering Waves. So that's my issue. That's my fatal flaw. My Shakespearean flaw is the fact that playing new games reminds me of old games that are not even that old. And yeah, I liked I love the like style of it, but I think the actual gameplay part of it, super particular, about like how my gameplay like feels, like if it, I don't feels a certain way. And I don't know what it was, but Wuthering Waves like hit that right on the head. And, it's so satisfying. Like, just walking around feels really satisfying. So I don't know what it is, but I enjoyed Wuthering Waves more. And I don't even I think the story of Wuthering Waves is so confusing. Like, I have no idea what's going on. I still don't. I'm like a couple story beats into it, and I literally know what's going on right now. But I know, I will say, I do love Billy. What I saw of him. I'm a big Billy fan. But I'll get into it. One of my friends on Instagram is super into it and has been like posting a bunch of stuff about it. I'm like, wait, but like those characters have a cool design and like that person looks dope and maybe I should get back into it. Maybe the story's good or whatever. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get to it at some point. I don't know. I don't know when. I don't know why or how. But I'll get to it. I'll do it. I'm glad he has his own fandom. He deserves it. Honestly, I love Billy. He is probably the only reason I think I would go back and keep playing. That and for just the other character designs are really cool too, I will admit. Dude? Yeah, it's the guy, the wolf guy, the guy with the dog, or the guy who is the dog. Yeah, that guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's cool in like a super normal way, and I love that for him. And come on. From an artist perspective, that's like peak design. You can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. I was super into Genshin Impact for a while. That was like my thing for a while. But it got too hard. I was too behind. I got too like behind on everything, and I just like, I don't know, like I was like nations behind, so it was super hard to even like, it was super hard to do anything because everything would kill me in 2 seconds. The one they call furry. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. I mean, like, I get it. Like, I get why everyone keeps calling him a furry, but come on, guys. He's not a furry. He's just a guy. Sometimes characters can just be guys, and they don't have to be furries. And that's just how it is. Character would look good in your style? God, come on, Basil. Any of them would look good in your style. If your style's just good, okay? Can't play that game with me. What am I doing this right? What am I doing? Is it storming in here? It was storming really bad last night, and it actually was storming really bad earlier today, but I can't tell if it's raining anymore. It's raining really bad. I'm even gonna go to the pool today, but sometimes, Basil, it's not even that. I'm just being true. That's what I'm saying. I'm just being right. What about that? What about that I'm just right? Maybe I'm super impartial. I don't really care. I don't personally think that the dog man is a furry, but if people want to make him a furry, okay, whatever. I don't care. I don't play the game. Ah. I did also get really into Honkai Star Rail. I think I even got more into Honkai Star Rail than I did. Maybe not more, but I got into it way more than Genshin for a while because Genshin I was so behind on. But Star Rail, I could kind of stay ahead of the game because there was auto battle and support. And when I tell you that those were the two things that kept me playing the game. Yeah, that got me staying and playing the game. So, because what would happen is that I would need to like seriously like grind to get artifacts and stuff to like level up characters or whatever. And man, I'm so ADHD. I keep losing my train of thought. What was it? I was talking about Star Rail. Yes, it was super easy to like grind because what I could do is I could set my phone up on auto battle and I could leave. I could just leave. I could literally leave and like I'd come back like 15 minutes later and like all the artifacts that I needed were just like in my inventory because basically the game fought for me. And I don't know if that's considered cheating, but I definitely did it and it was awesome. And if I ever get back into it, I will continue to do it without any lick of shame in my system. I found the Star Rail story to be incredibly confusing, especially after you left the ice place. What's it called? The ice place. Bellabog. That's what it's called. Basically, as soon as you left Bellabog, the story got so confusing to me. But the only thing that kept me even a little bit dialed into the story is that I started making up the story. If I didn't understand something, I would make up what I thought it meant and then be like, yes, that's canon. That's canon. That's it. So like I had this a lot at the LaFu. The story was so like I couldn't quite get what they were trying to tell me. I couldn't like pick up on it. And then I just sort of was like, well, this is what I think it means, so I'm just gonna make it mean that. So half the time I just was like, I don't know what they're talking about. What are they saying? And then I just was like, you know what? I think it's this. So it's just gonna be this. And as I learned more about the story, I was able to like tweak almost my little like almost my head canon as I was playing it. And that got me a little bit more into it. And mostly I was into it for Penacony because I just thought Penacony was so cool. And I still do. I'm such a fiend for Penacony. I'm a huge fiend for Penacony. So that's actually why I got into it for a while. It was actually just for my sweet, sweet Penacony. So yeah, there were a lot of details, places, and character members. I think what was hard about Star Rail, even in comparison to games like Genshin Impact, was the fact that everything had a new term that you couldn't derive from. Like, in Genshin Impact, it was like, oh, you had the Archons. Okay, well, they're kind of like gods. Oh, well, you had the Visions. Okay, well, they're kind of like elements. Oh, well, you had the this thing. Oh, well, it's kind of like that. And it was like, it was very, like, confined to what was familiar in like fantasy settings, so it was a little bit easier to like wrap your head around. But then all of a sudden in Honkai Star Rail, you're in the middle of space and it's like its own thing, so you're like, hey, I think this is similar to Genshin, but like not really. And like, what do all these things? I can't even begin to know what an Aeon is, or I can't even begin to know what the path means, and like I can't even begin to know what X, Y, and Z means. And some of this I still don't get, but I just am like, again, I just kind of make it up in my head, and then I'm like, well, I guess that's it for me at least. But I got to a point in the Penacony. I didn't even finish the Penacony storyline. I felt so bad. I loved it. I love Dr. Ratio. I love the other people. I love adventuring. I love Sunday. Basically, if there's a hot guy and Hot Guy Star Rail, I love him. That's real. So I so I got into it because of that, but then like I got to a point in the storyline where there's like a part where you can travel like as adventuring, like individually, and it's, oh god, and it like they hit some story beats that I was like, oh no, what does this mean? You're info dumping on me and I don't know what you're talking about. And then eventually I was like, I can't do this. And then I felt bad. It's so enjoyable. I love the turn-based gameplay. I didn't think I would, but I do. I'm not much of a turn-based gameplay gal, but I think the auto battle and the fact that I could bring in support just... Oh, it was like playing a little puzzle, but the story, yeah, it's so... Gosh, it's so confusing. Oh my gosh. Hey, moment of silence. Sunny, are you okay? Did you just, like, pull glass out of your leg? Are you chill? Are you good? Like, for real, though. Guys, I hope she's good. Oh my god. That's a little terrifying. Please be careful. Oh dear. Well, at least you're okay, it seems. Oh my. Here's the thing. I love turn-based, RPG games, as long as they do it correctly. I thought Honkai Star Rail did it correctly. I thought it was really, really good. I don't prefer it, but, like, I'll do it. I find it not very engaging, but, like, I'll do it. The reason I won't play Fire Emblem is because I am so bad at strategy tactic games, and I hate them with every bone in my body. They're good. They're good. They're good in theory, but I hate them. I can't figure it out. I don't get it. I don't get the hype. I don't get the strategy. I'm bad at strategy. I don't know. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And it's the fact that, like, the tactic battle, it doesn't make sense to me. My brain just shuts off. I see a checkerboard, and I'm like, I don't know how to play checkers, and I just, oh god, it's bad. It's bad. It's so bad. I started a Fire Emblem game. Because I was like, whoa, I get to meet all these hot anime guys, and, you know, make a cool avatar, and do fantasy stuff. And then I, like, got 2 seconds into the tactic stuff, and I kept dying, and I'm like, forget it. Literally forget it. Forget it. I can't play this game. Anyway. It's hard, because I want to play Fire Emblem. I want to like Fire Emblem so bad. And I want to play it. And I want to be there. I want to know the hype. I want to get it. I want to understand the hype, but I just don't. I don't get it. Which one? Oh gosh. Fire Emblem Birthright, I think? It was the one on the 3DS. No, Fire Emblem Conquest. Conquest. It was the one on the 3DS that was big for a while. Not as big as Three Houses, but it was one on the 3DS that was big for a while. But I played it way after it was big, and way after kids were playing on their 3DS. I think I was in my sophomore year of college. I was like, why not? I have it in my little cubby. Why don't give it a shot? And it's not fun. It's not fun. The portrait art and the art is so pretty. God, it's so good. I just can't get into it. Ugh. Anyway. Big hearts and stuff for the people who do love Fire Emblem. Because I wish I were you. All my friends, when Three Houses came out, we're talking about Three Houses, and they love Three Houses. They, like, were combining, they were, like, talking about what options they picked. They were talking about, like, stories, and, like, do this person's storyline, and I'm over here, like, Yeah, I did that person's storyline. It was so good, so baller, man. And then they look at me like I have 6 heads. I'm like, oh my god. I just wanted to be included. I just wanted to be here. Dimitri. See, I wish I knew who Dimitri was. Ugh, guys, I want to know Fire Emblem so bad. I think I just need to watch like a playthrough. But then again, I always feel like watching playthroughs are like fake playing the game. It's almost like if you watch a playthrough of a game, like, and you really dedicate yourself to the whole thing. So maybe your next step is to go play the game yourself. You know, it's like a warm-up. I did that with Sally Face. I kind of did that with Amori. And I'm like, all right, that's awesome. Now I'm gonna go play the game. And then I never do. Oh, guys, I live in a constant cycle of only playing The Sims, actually. Please, Minnie, please teach me. I want to love it. I want to love it so bad, dude. I also want it to be a comfort game, but it just makes me so mad. Don't get it. Don't get it. Oh, yes. Final Fantasy. Oh, I want to play Final Fantasy VII so bad because of Sephiroth and Cloud and Sephiroth and... Yeah, I kind of base what games I want to play by who's the hottest guy in the game, but... You know... What else are straight 20-year-old women doing with their lives, so... Yeah, I'm real bad at the strategy part. I'm real bad. Wow, I made his hair really curly. His hair's not even curly, it's just kinky, and then I just made it curly. Because... This is how I have to do hair. I just have to, like, a little bit lose my mind and just, like, go no thoughts and then see what happens. Wow, he's so fluffy! Wow. That's insane. My favorite thing is that my 2 boys in the game are, like, incredibly fluffy, and then, like, the 2 gals are, like... like, they're just, like, beep. I don't know how to describe it, but they're just so stupid. Yeah. It's pretty silly. Well, I think it's silly. Oh my god, guys! I didn't render his horns. This is so embarrassing. Yes, we love the fluff. Yeah, what is okay, everyone in the chat, what is a game that you have always wanted to play, but you literally just, like, can't? For any reason, like, you don't have the console, you just can't bring yourself to, it's too expensive, it's too old, it's too whatever. Like, the one game that, like, you claw at the walls, you just would love to play it, but you just cannot. You just don't, you can't. I gotta know. I gotta know the lore of the people. God of War. Dang, that's a good one. That's a good one. Wow, that's a good one. My roommate during school was watching a playthrough of God of War, the most recent one. And I just was in the living room a bunch of times while she was watching it, and like there was something about it. Like, it was stunning. Like, oh God, so beautiful. And I, like, literally, the gameplay looked like it was a movie. And I'm just like, you can't beat that. Like, this is insane. Like, it's almost not even a game at that point. It's just playing a movie. And I love that. Like to play Mushroom Oasis. I've never heard of Mushroom Oasis. That sounds so adorable. Also, yes, I love loving games just because of the character designs. I love it. I love it. DS Rhythm Thief, Spore, and Monster Tale. Fascinating. I also would love to. I've never heard. I think I've heard of Rhythm Thief. I've not heard of Monster Tale, but I do kind of want to play Spore. I watched somebody do like a short playthrough of Spore, and it just looks so goofy, dude. And I love a good goofy game. So, let's see what else people said. Glory of the GameCube, Kirby Air Ride. Okay, yes, GameCube. Yes, GameCube. Yes, GameCube. I wish I had a GameCube growing up. I wish I had a GameCube now. I wish I had a GameCube then. I wish I had a GameCube in the future. I don't get why GameCube games are so expensive. Yes, I second that. I second that all the way. Yes, yes. I also miss roomie. I also miss my roomie. I don't, now I'm living with my parents, not my roomie. I miss my roomies. That's real. That is real. The entirety of Professor Layton. Gosh, I love Professor Layton. Wow. Wow, I love Professor Layton. That's a good one. Just play it. Just do it. Just find a way. Find a way. It's so good, dude. It's so good. I mean, I get it. Getting stuck on puzzles. The puzzles are really hard. And as a kid, it would be a matter of hunting around. It would literally be a matter of like hunting down hint coins just to like open up like one hint. And yeah, that was always a little bit crazy. But now there's the internet, and now I just look up answers on the internet. Stuff, I just look up answers on the internet, and I just have to humble myself. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Okay. Okay. Guys, everyone stop. Spectropes was mentioned in the chat. Spectropes was mentioned in the chat. Sorry, I had to stop everyone. I love Spectropes. I am such a Spectropes fiend. I've only played the one on the Wii, and it made me cry. I love that game. Sorry. Stardew Valley, I don't get the hype. I get it. I gotta be honest, I don't get the hype either, and I have like 40 plus, I have like 50 hours in that game, and I still don't get the hype. I don't get it. Like, I think I get caught up in the monotony of it, and I think I then play it for like 50 plus hours, and that's just, man, that's just how it be. Man, it's rough. I get it. I get it. Honestly, it's not worth the hype. I love it. It's so charming, but it's just, there are other equally good, if not better, games out there. Ori and the, oh yes, the Ori games. I played a demo of one time. It was really good. In my game, oh wow, my game. I think you can play my game on iOS. You just kind of have to like manipulate your phone to like let it do that, which just means technically you can play my game anywhere you can find a web browser, because it's a web browser game. But that's just me. Just, I mean, I get if you don't have access to a computer, I get that. I think if you have access to a web browser on your phone, you should be able to play it on your phone. I think I did. I might not have, though. I could be gaslighting everyone. I'm sorry, but I can't. Let's see. I did not know that about spectrobes. Oh, you did. Oh, wait. I'm misreading comments. No, I have not heard of that. I think my sister found the entirety of the Spectrum series at the thrift store, and, she didn't even play them. I played them, and she got the one on the Wii and the two on the DS, and, yeah, I mean, I zoomed through that one on the Wii. God, it's so good. I wish I could find it. God, it's somewhere in my wonders of being buried, but such a good one. Yeah, you should be able to play my game on any laptop. It's not like a Windows, Mac, PC kind of thing. It's like if you have a web browser, you can play it in a web browser. That's just how I wanted it to be situated. Which means if you have, like, I don't know, like Safari or Chrome on your phone, like, you should be able to play on your phone, but I don't want to get quoted on that, so. Guys, just don't quote me on anything. I don't know what I'm saying. 10 points to anyone in the chat who can name what this music is from. I don't know what the points go to, but you get 10 points if you can figure out, if you can remember where this music comes from. I know, because I'm a wizard, and I use it to practice my spells, but I just want to see if you guys know. I really don't know what I'm doing with the shading here. I kind of got a little lost in the shading, because I'm like talking and drawing at the same time, which I just don't usually do. So I'm just silently coloring. I got kind of zoned. I'm kind of like zoning in and out. Oh. A little hard because I can't really see what's going on in here. Thank you so much, Basil. Have a lovely, lovely evening, and thanks for stopping by. I always love seeing my buddies from all over come by. Always means a lot to little old me, so have a good night. Yes, farewell, farewell. Safe travels into the void, I suppose. Well, and it's difficult because I don't want to spend too much time coloring what's behind her. But there's a little part of me that is... Let's see. Am I gonna commit to that? Am I gonna commit to... Yeah. I'm glad you got some water. It's good to stay hydrated. The part of the stream where, Local doesn't know what to say, so she just starts making scatting noises. Sorry, guys. This is that high-quality content I know everyone shows up for, so I seek to serve and provide, so... I will say, I love shading metal. I'm bad at it, and by bad at it, I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I love it. And, I find it super satisfying when you, like, shade a piece of metal, like, just right, and you're like, wait a second. That actually kind of looks like metal. Because it's super... It's pretty simple once you kind of, like, get the flow of it. Like that. Slay. Wow, okay. I essentially shaded all of him. Oh. I don't know if I should go into the girl next, or if I should, I have a lot of, like, set pieces I haven't done. Like, a lot of them are holding, like, spoons and plates and stuff, but I just... Take a little break. You? Here's where the metal shading I was just bragging about is gonna come in handy. Well, I don't even need it to be super detailed. Just need it to be just enough. Oh, see, that was not bad. That was not bad. I thought I was good at it. I just said I enjoyed doing it. Oh, like, come on, that looks like a spoon enough. Spoon enough, guys. Ba 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 ba. I could probably go pretty dark with that. Guys, my dog is snoring in the background, and it's very silly. Silly dog snoring. Is that right, Tubba? He's not into it. Yeah. He doesn't like when I stay up late, and I stay up late out here in the living room because then that means that he doesn't get to sleep in peace and quiet sooner. And you know what I have to say to that is just, sorry pup, that's just the life that you have been given. Must suck to suck, dog. Must suck to suck. Oh, look, he's holding a plate. Can't even tell. Oh, she's holding a plate too. Dang it. I will say that the perspective on this piece is super off, but it's a little bit on purpose. Fun fact. Because I wanted it to, again, have that sort of like, almost like weird, like trippy, like a disorienting feeling. So like, none of the perspective of like the background is even a little bit in perspective, and like, you know, as you get closer to the perspective, it's a little bit more accurate, but like the table's super skewed and like nothing's really on. But it's on purpose, I promise. I promise it's on purpose, and it's not just because I don't know how to do the perspectives. I promise. See, that's what I'm saying. One of the first things I learned about doing lighting art is that it's really not as hard as you think it is, because a lot of the skills that you use for line art, it's the same skills you use for lineless art. It's just the same, it's a lot of the same stuff. You just think about it because when it's lineless, you have this nice pretty guideline. Or when it's lined, sorry, you have this nice pretty guideline. But when it's lineless, yeah, you are kind of like out in the dark on your own, and it's kind of like, oh god, like what do I do next? For me, my biggest thing was, how do I differentiate between different objects and different things without, if there's no line there, how do I know how to properly differentiate between the two? And let me tell you, that's where the beauty of art school came in. Art school taught me, you know, people always are like, don't go to art school, it's a waste of money, and like, yeah, like a little bit, but like if you find the right art school, there's some stuff I learned at art school that I just don't think I could have been able to pick up on for myself. And like, maybe that's just because I'm kind of stupid, and like that's totally fair. Like, that's also totally true, but like, but then again, like, it's really not that bad, you know? I'm really putting off doing her because I don't know what I plan on doing yet. My dog needs to sleep. Well, my dog's been sleeping all day, so... Is that right, Tabby? You just sleep all day? He doesn't do anything. I love him. He's my pride and joy. He does also sometimes sleep with his eyes open, which I find hilarious. Oh, what a weird dog. What a strange, weird little dog. Yeah, but one of the biggest things oh, goodbye, friend. Goodbye. one of the biggest things I learned in art school was in when it came to free drawing and stuff like this is like you really really wanted something to stand out. One side of it, one side of your you would have like hard lines and soft lines and like a blurred line. It's kind of like what kind of line are you trying to create? Is it a soft line? Is it a hard line? Is it a whatever? And how you go about kind of tackling those kinds of lines is kind of what ends up kind of clicking, at least for me, when it came to like rendering, like full rendering, stuff like this. It started to sort of click a little more when I could figure out how to really differentiate between everything and make it look. I could make things look pretty rendered, but with lines. But it was still like, okay, how do I make this all cohesively go together if I didn't have lines on it? How do I get that to be done? I don't want to do too much shading here because you actually just can't see a lot of the plate. So I'm okay. Shading's kind of janky. Oh, oh, oh. Okity dokity. So silly. Oh, oh my god. What am I doing? My favorite thing is getting super, like, detail-oriented with some of these pieces. I'm like, I'm not doing anything with this. I do this all the time. I spend so long on pieces, and they are my pride and joy, and then when I'm done, I'm done. Like, when I'm done with them, it's like I post them on Instagram, and then that's it. That they've had their time in the sun, and then I shove them in a box. I don't look at them again. Well, I look at them, and they're still my pride and joy. But I'm like, I don't do anything with them. And half the times they just sit there, and it's kind of upsetting. That's not random. I love it. I love that sounds. I mean, that sounds like such a cool like thing to want to work towards. I always support getting a higher education, and not because that's a nice thing to say. It's because it changed my life, and I think I became a better artist and a more confident artist, because of what I learned in art school. And I was graphic design. I didn't go in for illustration. I didn't go in for, and when I always say I went to art school, and I did. My school had an art program, and I was part of that art program, but my school was just a liberal arts school. And in fact, it was a liberal arts school that greatly did not care about their art department. So I will say, a lot of what helped me a lot in art school was learning how to fend for myself as an artist. This sounds terrible, but learning how to fend for myself as an artist. How can I support my own art journey, knowing that there's a possibility that I have to support it on my own? How do I keep that up? How do I create, maintain something that am I going to still like this if I have to fight for it? Like, a lot of the times, like, I mean, you guys know, I draw a lot of cartoons, I draw a lot of kind of, like, stuff that, to, like, a professional art society could look kind of cheesy or corny or whatever, or really kitschy, and like, a lot of my art professors would say those exact same things about my art. I mean, in my school, I think we had 4 art professors, total, like, in the whole school. That was it. Those were the only 4 art professors. I knew those professors a little bit too well. And Um, you know, it was a little hilarious because like, um, gosh, like half of those art professors kept telling me like your cartoons like that is childish. You're not gonna get anywhere with that. You're really not gonna get anywhere. Like no one wants to see that. No one. You're not. That's you're gonna have to grow out of that and learn other stuff sometimes. I'll never like. I mean that. But at the end of the day, like that's the stuff that fueled me. Like that's the stuff I'm like. I like my cartoons. I feel really led to continue doing them, and I feel really good about the direction I'm taking them in. And kind of was able to almost use that spite to sort of fight back, and was able to find a way to do what I loved, which was doing silly cartoons in a way that was sustainable, at least, you know, as sustainable as I can be right now with things like, you know, having my own art store where I sell art that, you know, it's not just, oh, I draw cartoons. It's like, no, I needed to learn how to do product design. I needed to learn how to market. I needed to learn how to do logo designs and how to create a brand for myself. And it was a whole lot of things. Like, how do I create a professional but welcoming workspace when it comes to my cartoons? And I'd like to think I feel pretty good about it. Right now, I'm not like super big, and that's not even really my goal, but my goal is to just, be able to do art and do the art that I love and not feel like I have to be put in this box of like Renaissance art or even like making boring logos or websites. And for some people, that's their thing. That's their thing. That's their thing they love, and they find the most creative out, like that's their creative outlet. And I get that. It's just not mine. And I'm like, how do I make what my creative outlet is sustainable? So hey, that's what I'm saying. And I had to bring that up. I brought that to one of my teachers, about saying that's childish. A lot of the most renowned money makers are people who do cartoons. And like, I brought that up. I mean, granted, this was after. This is a lot of after the fact where I was kind of able to show up my teachers a little bit. But I had mentioned, one of the things I said is, well, cartoons had to come from somewhere. And like, like big cartoons, they had to come from somewhere. They didn't come from kids sitting at their desk. It came from adults who took it seriously. And like, it was, it was, so much more than just fitting a box. And now, even today, like, half the like crazy popular things are that feel like they sweep the internet. They're cartoons. They're cartoons that are made by adults who took it seriously. And like, I find that super fascinating, and is, that's what I want to do. Like, I mean, that's what my whole game's about. And then that, the game was a really cool opportunity to be able to kind of show to my professors that I wanted to take cartoons seriously, but also take it in my own personal way, because I didn't want to be kind of put in that box of like, okay, well, if you're gonna do cartoons, they have to look like this, or they have to look like this, or they can't mean anything. They or like cartoons are too shallow, and they don't have deeper meanings. That's just not how it works. And being able to do this game and kind of show to my professors, like, no, like, this stuff can be genuine and real, and be serious without being, a Renaissance painting or a PowerPoint slideshow. And I'll never forget some of the looks on my teachers' faces. I mean, like, when I presented this project and they finally got to like do this project, I was really appreciative of one of my teachers who I had maybe a little bit called out in my presentation. He came in and he was like, I stand corrected. He was like, you proved me wrong. You showed that your cartoons have depth, and I mean, I don't know, that was awesome to me, and stuff like that is just stuff I don't think I'll be able to ever forget. And I think it's why the game means so much to me, and why I feel like it's such a vital part of my art journey, and why I want to continue doing stuff like this, because I do think there is a realm for taking cartoons seriously, and I think that cartoons and stuff like this, and stuff that looks childish and whatever, it can take hard topics and make them easier to swallow because it puts them in a form we can more easily recognize. And like, I think that part's cool. And like, I even think about it's a little bit different because I find it to be a little more like a little more anime inspired, but I think about Amori a lot. Heavy game. I haven't played it all the way through, but I know the whole plot. But if you look at it from the outside, you're like, okay, this is just some kitschy kids game. And then you get into it, and it's like one of the hardest games you could play, like, thematically. And I'm also just a huge sucker for that, like, juxtaposition. There's something a little bit too welcoming about, you know, friendly faces and stuff and whatever, but it just speaks so much words. Not just like ranting, but I guess that's what live streams are for. It's just listening to local rant about, get on my little soapbox, talk about cartoons. Yeah, never give up your dreams, or whatever. Whatever my thing was getting at. My dog's snoring very loudly now. Probably won't be able to finish this piece tonight, but I'll sure get pretty darn far. That's awesome. Honestly, the validation means a lot. I've had a lot of time to think about this, and it's cool hearing from artists who are, you know, like you mentioned, you haven't quite started college yet, and I think, you know, coming from someone who's on the other side, like, it feels cool to be able to tell people who were totally in a situation that I was in, like, a couple years ago, some of the things that I got to learn through, you know, school and college and stuff like that. I absolutely agree. Having that, like, community of people who are really, you know, they're there, they're in your corner, they really support you, and you know, not everyone gets that, and that's super fair. And I think that's kind of where the idea of being able to fend for yourself as an artist kind of comes in. But I think, like, I mean, you look anywhere and you can find community. Like, I even found, like, gosh, like, even my friends online, I mean, I found have created, like, an art community for me, and have become friends I'll never forget, and friends that I want to, you know, stay in touch with, and one day I'll meet in person or whatever, and we'll go to some art convention and hang out and stuff like that. And I always find that stuff really cool and really encouraging as well. So I'm glad I could share a little bit of local wisdom, whatever wisdom that is. Yeah, all I got up in here is soapbox rants and epic Mickey fun facts. That's all I got. Aw, Sunny, that means a lot to me. That's awesome, and I always, you know, love hearing from you and all my other artist friends when they come on stream, and that stuff always means a lot to me. And so I'm glad I could impart some of my wisdom. Thoughts on Rebrushed? Oh man, I thought you'd never ask. Man, do I have thoughts on Rebrushed? They're all good thoughts. Well, most of them are good thoughts. No, well, we're talking about good thoughts. I'm excited. I think everyone should be excited, but I think they also could easily mess this up. And they have, in my opinion, they have one shot to bring this back right. And, you know, remakes of games, they're super hit or miss. Sometimes they are amazing, and sometimes they totally flop. It's so up in the air. What's Rebrush? Oh, I will educate. So Epic Mickey, it's an Epic Mickey remake, basically. A game that's coming out this September. Epic Mickey, the original game, came out in around 2010, and the sequel came out about 2 years later, and then it has been basically radio silent since then. But this past couple months, there was a big Nintendo Direct where they like announced new stuff, and one of the things they announced was Epic Mickey Remake. I'm excited. Of course I'm excited about the Gremlins, Ginger Snap. Of course I'm excited. I won't even deny it. I won't even say no. Of course I'm excited. I'm excited about other things too, but of course I'm excited about them. I don't know if anyone noticed, because I noticed they had leaked gameplay footage of one of the boat rides, and they showed off one of the gremlins, and he has pockets now. He has pockets now, guys. He has pockets. And, I need everyone to be aware of that. And yeah, okay. Okay, well, I care that he has pockets. But, I'm excited about other things too. It was a huge part of my childhood, so I'm just excited to see it come back and be able to play it on my Switch and see it all prettyified. I think, like, the shots I've seen, like, the graphics, just like, oh, delicious. I could eat them up like a little sandwich. Oh. Like, oh. See, thank you. We love the pocket love in the chat. We love the pocket love in the chat. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Gremlin Calvin had pockets, and I'm like, give the men some pockets. They need somewhere to put their things. And anyway, I'm obsessed with the gremlin pockets. And if you couldn't tell, every time I draw gremlins now, they all have pockets. Because I'm so obsessed with it. Anyway, I'm obsessed with everything. Sometimes I forget about how grand and, like, amazing the first game is until I've kind of gone back and been playing it a little bit more recently. And because I'll be honest, I've mostly been playing the second game for the past decade of my life, because it's the game I played the most as a kid. It's the game it's the game I finished 11 times. It's the game, you know, it's the game I played when I was a kid, because it was, I gotta say, it was way easier than the first game. First game was hard, and I was dumb. We've already established that I was a dumb kid, and I didn't know what I was doing half the time, so... like, it's crazy. It's literally crazy. And, So I think I just have a little bit more, like, the second one's my favorite. I'm not saying it's better. I don't think it's better. I actually think it's worse. Remarkably worse than the first game. But it's the one I grew up on. And it's the one that has Gremlin Prescott when he's emo. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm at least self-aware. I'm cringe, but I'm free. It's just the one I play more often. So going back and playing the first one, just being like, wow, okay, this game was like good, like really good, like objectively good. Like the second one's good because I thought it was good, but the first one's just like good. I totally was the kind of kid who would eat sand. I don't know if I did, but it feels on brand for me. I was so stupid, dude. Oh man. Got that undiagnosed autism till I was 22. That's crazy, gang. Crazy. Yeah, I was pretty dumb. But, on that note, I've been going back and I've been replaying first game recently and kind of like remembering things and kind of like rehashing. And boy, oh boy. Guys, it's so good, dude. I'm so excited. I can't even, like, pretend that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, it's a good game. Like, nah, guys. I am hyped to all get out. Y'all got no idea. Y'all got no idea how excited I am for that. Like, and it was so funny. So, honesty, Aaron time, that's me. Local Aaron, that's me. Honesty time with local honesty house. I was obsessed with Epic Mickey as a kid, almost to the point of it being literally insane. Like I was manic over this. It was like special interests, like, but like dialed up to 1,000. Then when I got into like late middle school, early high school, I don't know what happened. A flip switched in me, and I was so insecure about the fact that I liked Epic Mickey. I removed all traces of Epic Mickey out of my life. I think I sold my copy of one of the games. I buried the other one. I threw my controllers in a box and didn't look at them again. Any crusty, 10-year-old Aaron art I made of anything Epic Mickey related, I threw all of it away. I donated my Oswald plush away like a maniac. And I had nothing. I cut it out of my life. I was so insecure about it. And I was so insecure about the fact that I liked that game so much as a kid. That I was like, no more, none of it. And I got rid of everything. But the love was always still there, despite how much I may have denied it, as an angsty high schooler. But Aaron's your middle name! Ah! That's amazing. Aaron's my first name. Wow! That's beautiful. Wow! Anyway, man, I love that. Ooh, small world. By small world, I mean small name selection. Okay, so, I threw all my stuff away, but the love was always there. I think I was always still, thinking about it, and, it was still one of those things that, I would go to Disney World and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go meet you over in Tomorrow City, and I'm like, wait, I mean, Tomorrowland, and just be like, I just made a little mistake, a little bit of a stinky right there. Society does do that to people, and society did that to me in high school. I'll be honest, I had kind of I had a rough situation. It sounds terrible. I had a rough situation at my local church, and with a lot of my friends, and it was not good. Not good for me. And a lot of it contributed to a lot of the insecurities I kind of listened to growing up. And that, I mean, that's real. That's just how life is. Everyone's kind of got that. But that was it for me. And I removed everything, but that love was still there. And I think it was definitely there while I was in college, and then eventually I don't even know what happened. I just, like, in college, it was like senior year of college, so literally, like, not that long ago, I would like, this is kind of slay. Like, I love this stuff. Like, what the heck? Like, what? I don't even know what happened. I think I just got nostalgic and I just, like, drew Prescott one day because I was literally obsessed with him as a child. Literally obsessed. And I was like, you know what? Just for nostalgic's sake, just because I think it's funny, I'll draw a little Prescott. And then I kept drawing Prescott, and then I kept drawing Oswald, and I kept drawing everyone, and then I was like, okay, now I'm gonna go play the game again. And now I'm right back to where I was when I was a child, except I can like it properly as an adult. I feel like you can only like things so properly when you're a kid, you know? I feel like now I could, like, spend money. I could, you know, do the art, do the things, you know, engage with the community. When I was a kid, I was just, like, clawing at the walls, thinking about Oswald and, like, stuff like that. I'm like, okay, there's, like, yes, there's a little bit of sanity to it. little bit of normal to it. So, I'm still a little, you know, insecure now, but I'm cringe and free. And honestly, I made a lot of friends through Epic Mickey, so at some point, I am proud of it. And then, literally, not only a couple, like, I literally think it was a couple of weeks. It might have been 1 month after I kind of got, like, sparked back into my, like, Epic Mickey phase. There were, like, remakes happening, and I'm like, this was pointed. Like, I think we all manifested this, because I didn't get back into Epic Mickey until, like a couple months ago. And then, you know, everyone's joking. They're like, are we gonna get another Epic Mickey game in this rebrush? It's been 12 years, and we're all, like, arguing with our walkers, you know, reminiscing about ye old times. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And then all of a sudden I get a text from this group chat, and they're like, somebody show Aaron this now. And I'm like, what? And I go, and I'm like, there's no way they're making a remake as soon as I reignite my 10-year-old love for this game. And they did. And now I feel validated in talking about it all the time because it's going to become relevant again. Anyway, that's my rant. That's my rant, friends. I'm a little scared of what's going to happen in the hands of Gen Alpha with it. They will either let it soar, or they will let it soar in a bad way, or they will just ignore it, and more for me, I guess. No hate to Gen Alpha. Hate to capitalism? Yes, we did all feel the presence. We all had a collective the Epic Mickey hive mind caught on. I'm glad you thought of me. I'm glad that that's my, like, defining feature now. It's a little funny. Okay, here's a fun fact. And they're so gonna go back and look at this later, and it's gonna be hilarious. I have some friends of mine who left for their Mormon mission trips. So they're from Church of Latter-day Saints, so they go off for their missions, and they're like, no internet, not no internet, but no social media and stuff for however many months they're off. I have some friends that did that, and friends of mine who were on Instagram. But the thing is that that was back before my Epic Mickey phase reigniting. So I think they're just gonna come back and be like, oh, what happened? What's up? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm an Epic Mickey account. Sorry. I'm sorry. I do think about that a lot. Maybe that's just me, where I'm like, I feel like these people are gonna come back and be like, Just silly goofy. Yes, jump for joy about the remake. I'll never forget. I think I almost passed out. I think I fell out of my room to tell my roommate because we were the like two fanatics in the apartment at the time. And I literally crumble out of my room and I'm like, they're making another one! And I was like, this feels so fake. This is so not real. And it was real. Hee hee hee. It was real. So silly. So silly. Yeah, I'm really hyped about the remake. I have okay, in real talk here, local real talk house. I met so many people just through the shared love of Epic Mickey, and that's awesome to me. Like, now it means a lot to me because of all the people I've met through it, and now it's something we kind of all get to share together. And that's just dope to me, guys. That's awesome. A lot of you I've met through there. And through other means. Like, I've met so many people through other means. I think I say this like every time I stream, but I'm so thankful for the amount of people I've been able to meet online and through Instagram, which I'm most active on Instagram, but even the people that I've met just through YouTube, I really am so thankful for the people I've been able to meet. And through other means too, I meet a lot of people when I go and I have booths at conventions. I have people I still stay in touch with. God, I'm glad I just get to meet people. That's awesome. It's just so much fun. With the Wii Sport music playing in the background, I think really makes it, in my opinion. I actually don't know how this goes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. First thing is first, it's to tell literally every person you know. It's Epic Mickey, it's coming back. Hey, I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good. I really am. I did like zone out so much. I forgot I was coloring. So that's it. Ooh, I love putting way too much symbolism. Okay, this is a little corny, but I've been thinking about making an iceberg chart just for my game. A little bit as like a funny joke, but also a little bit like to like let people wonder like what I'm talking about. And like, cause like I'll know. But like if I just throw on there like some random reference, will people know? Will people wonder? I thought about making like a gameplay video of my game, but it's just so like play yourself kind of a game. Like it's so like it really is only, and it's very available. It's very, you can play it kind of anywhere. You can play it on, it's kind of like it's not like, oh, you have to play it on PC or you have to play it on Windows or you gotta play it on I'm kind of playing and I don't talk about it a whole lot, but I really, really didn't want it to be all about the marketing about it because that's not what it's about. It's about, you know, good messages that, you know, I want to spread. Wow. Proof I don't know how to draw cake. Okay. Good night, friend. Have the sweetest of dreams, perhaps even about Epic Mickey. I know that's what my dog is dreaming about right now. I actually know that. I know that for a fact, actually. That my dog is dreaming about Epic Mickey. It's because I manifest it into his brain every night. It's getting a little late. I can't decide how long I want to stream for. I just haven't decided. Dang. Wait a minute. Wait. Let me do her first. I can't be working at the table at the same time as I'm doing her. I gotta pick a side.
Let's figure out how we plan on doing this, because I don't know how I plan on doing this.
Let's yes. This is where I just start experimenting. A lot of times when it comes to pieces like this where they're mainly just for fun, they're just for, you know, kicks and giggles, just start kind of just start screwing around and just seeing what feels goofy. Girl and MK kid up. I'm gonna do a little bit of like a shaky outline. Well, and it's a little easier now because I was having issues beforehand, like not knowing. Oh, shoot. There we go. Yeah, I kind of want it to be super like jittery and like harsh. Oh yeah, we love MK. Forgot. Let's cut off a little bit here. Oh! Nice. Well, now I can... I'm trying to do like a little like just outline from this thing. We love this too. her colors be like really, really color blocked, so we're gonna get something like that. No, actually, no, it's fine. Ah. Wow. I love that. I'm also loving the fact that you're drawing me as a kid eating sand because that's amazing. And that's fine art. Like, really, truly. And, I'm more, thankful and grateful. You know? I think, you know, sometimes you just gotta be drawn like, you're a kid eating sand. I feel like that. On the inside, I feel like a kid eating sand all the time. I didn't realize that, like, I want to put everyone on layers that are above, but I can't due to, the fact that most of Jack is behind. And he was going to be easier to put that way, which is fine. I'm always looking for the easy way out. Never work hard, just do the easy way. Art is all about cheating. That's my motto. Not my motto, but... Ginger Snap, that's the best dream I've ever read about. I support more dreams like that. That sounds a blast. And Sunny, I'm sorry for the startle. I'll be totally honest. If you play the game, you will realize that I am making some imagery with said cake, but it is just cake. So, don't worry. It's metaphorical, but at the end of the day, it's still just cake. No worries. Maybe this is bad. Maybe I should also do her in the fancy style. I can't tell. Well, I guess I can always do her in the fancy style by just getting rid of the line art, so... That's so fair. I totally get that. I can understand it being a startling thing to look up to see. My apologies. It does, doesn't it? Dang, you're kind of right about that. She do kind of be looking like that. She do kind of look like she got that kind of Wii music playing in her head right now. Rats. Guys, my dog woke up. I woke my dog up. Teddy, I'm sorry. Teddy, I'm sorry! I gave him a big kiss on the head as an apology. Teddy, the chat says hello! Oh, he asked me to look kind of excited when I said that. Did you sleep well, Bubba? Oh, he had a good nap. He had a great nap. That is true. I did laugh really loud. Sorry, Bubs.
Sorry, Shuby. Sorry if I woke you up. Want to come see what I got?
Dang. Oh, it smells so bad. Why do you... Wash you frequently. So bad. Oh dear. How you doing now, Schmubs? You come over to say hello to the chat? Oh, now he's gonna lay down right behind my laptop. So if you hear a big sigh, that's my dog. How do I want to shape this? Thinking big juxtaposition to the like fine shading of the other one are just do it straight up, like, cell shaded, basically. Bubba, where you going?
Shovels, where you going?
Where are you going, Bubba? He's just wandering around now. Yes? Oh. Guys, my dog is drinking water on stream. That's crazy.
How about you're crazy? You're crazy, Papa. Exactly right.
Teddy, you're so loud. That's actually so fair. I also forget to drink a lot of water. Oh, you good? You good, Bubba? Teddy, you drink water so fast that then you choke on it. He's just so excited to be hydrated. Oh, that was really bad. Teddy, what are you doing? But please don't hack on streams because then people are gonna get concerned. But you hack all the time. He's a silly puppy. He's an old dog. He's old. He's 12. He's 12-year-old dog. Little old puppy.
But because the puppy at heart, right?
Yeah. Someone growled, no. Music's so funky. That's actually hilarious. The fact that your dog hacks and protest. My dog just looks at me if he's like wanting something. He just like stares. He has the stare of like 1,000 eyes and just like he has some of those like eyes that like kinda looks like they're coming out of his face. He's a King Charles Cavalier, and unfortunately a lot of times King Charles Cavaliers have these weird eyes where they look like they have like bug eyes, and his like mom especially is, oh god, that dog looked like an insect and was just dreadful. Yay! Little aerating sand. That is how you spell my name, don't worry. Bro, I'm so excited to see it. I'm making up what I'm doing with this right now. I don't really know what I'm doing. It has been posted. Amazing. I will go look at it as soon as the stream is over. Guys, did you think my tablet's about to die? Rats. Rat patootie. Well, maybe I'll call it a night when my tablet gets to 5%. Because it usually will be 5. Guys, my dog fell back asleep. He's okay. You're actually probably right. That's actually probably true. That my tablet will die. Just because it hates me. That's so fair. Do not worry. Thankfully, Procreate automatically saves. I just can't go in and delete it. I've done that before. I've just deleted work on accident. It was a treachery. It was a crime, and I wept. Sunny, somebody said that you're one of their favorite YouTubers. Dude, that's amazing! Congrats. I mean, you're one of my favorite YouTubers, but that's because we're buddies, so I might be biased about that, but that's amazing. That's awesome. You should be freaking out, kicking your feet. That's, like, amazing. Man, that's some of the highest compliments you can get. It's just people being like, you're one of my favorite, whatever. And I'm like, me, out of literally all these people here? That's crazy, you silly goose. What do you mean? It's a glorious feeling. You deserve it, friend. Oh my goodness, of course we're buddies. Of course we're art friends. Of course, of course. That can go without saying. I absolutely adore every time you comment on my videos, and I love all of your artwork so much. Literally, of course. Oh, bye, Minnie. Bye. It's okay, guys. I think the stream's probably gonna end soon because even locals getting sleepy. Local sleep house. That's me. That is okay, Sunny. Everyone gets to go to bed. I actually should probably go to bed because I have a really, really early morning. But yes, everyone gets some snoozes. Everyone gets some snoozes. I think I'm gonna probably finish doing this coloring in this table, and then I'm probably gonna do out. I know! I do think it's a different version of the Wii theme song. I'm a little bit tripping out myself. 2 in 1, bro. 2 in 1 go. That's funny, dude. The table looks janky. Jankalicious, but... I am not sure. I actually will be totally honest. I can barely hear it from here, because of how my like setup is. But I believe you. So you know, my tablet is about to die, so I do think I'm going to call it a night. But this is the progress so far. You guys have been here quite some time, and I've done quite a bit of work. But I am thankful for those who came out, and I had such a tonight was so fun. Like, this was such a fun, what a fun stream. I'm so glad so many people showed up, and I really do love you guys. Like, I know my tone is indistinguishable, but it is full of love, I promise. And I promise that when the I promise that when the stream ends, I'm out here kicking my feet, thinking about all my little YouTube friends. So yes, it was great meeting more Epic Mickey fans just literally out of the blue. I love that. I can't wait to meet more, and I can't wait to meet more fans of more things and just more folks. Can't wait to meet more folks. Okay, and I'm excited to do more streams, and yeah, you guys are literally amazing. I love you guys. I love you guys. I really do. I love you guys so much. Yes, everyone have beautiful, beautiful dreams, especially of little Grammys. Thank you! My dreams will be full of Grammys. So full of Grams. I hope everyone's dreams are full of Grammys. Oh! Well, I think that's my cue. Well, gang, this was swell. I love you guys so much. Everyone, have a great night. Have safe dreams. Good safe dreams. Have safe lives. Live safe. Love you guys so much. Can't wait for my next stream. And thank you guys for stopping by.